So as I told you, the state politics or the state parties, there are huge in number. For every state we have 2 or 3 parties. But the scene after 1999 has changed completely. The parties of state parties started to be grow more powerful when compared to the national parties. The situations are like that, like state parties are getting more number of member of parliamentarian seats, which are forcing the national parties to come and have alliance with the state parties. So like that, we have the local leaders also playing a major role in the coalition politics. That is in regards to the state parties. So the state party's role has been crucial when it comes to the coalition politics. When it comes to the coalition politics. Now, when we discuss about the other major challenges of political parties. Challenges of political parties. So the first major challenge for a political party is that what is the basis or what are the troubles that we face is that lack of internal democracy. The word lack of internal democracy means lack of internal democracy. When I say there is a lack of internal democracy, except the top creamline leaders or the main ruling members, the other members in the party also do not know what is actually happening there. So when they don't know what is actually happening there, they would not be in a position to understand what is actually turning out in the party. But ultimately they are associated with the party. Though they are associated with the party, they do not know actually what is happening for them. So it becomes very difficult for them to understand what is the role that has to be played by the members. So that is one thing which is really troubles the political parties in regards to the changes which are required in the aspects of political parties strands. First one is lack of internal democracy. The next one is succession by dynastic rule. See, when I talk about the dynastic rulers, see, let us take any political party in India. We have most of the times under the control of a family members. Let us take for Congress, the oldest party. But most of the times we have the leaders from the Gandhian family only heading the party. So this kind of a succession from a dynasty, which is nothing but it's a hereditary property for them, would automatically be a negative effect when it comes to the political parties, where a common man do not get a chance to be the leader of that particular party. Though he is capable, though he can do many things, but he is not belonging to the same bloodline of what dynasty they belongs to. So it is another major effect or the challenge for the political parties to avoid the succession of the dynastic rulers. The next third factor is the money and muscle power. When I say about the money and the muscle power, the meaning of this word money and muscle power is nowadays you can understand everything. The politics is always rotating around the influence of the rich people, those who can contribute more for the parties. So the influence of money and the people, those who are very much influential in regards to the terms of the community, in regards to the terms of the religion, in regards to the support of the sections of the people, which obviously makes them to feel muscle power for them. And this is also the major challenge for the political parties in regards to lack of internal democracy, succession by the dynastic rulers, and money and muscle power also are affecting them. And now we also have the next major challenge is fourth one, no meaningful choice. So when it comes to no meaningful choice, what is the meaning of that no meaningful choice? See, when we take an example for UK, in UK we have two political parties. One is Conservatives, the other one is Liberals or Labour Party. When I talk about the Conservatives and the Liberal or the Labour Party, both are formed in almost the same guidelines. Both believe in the secularism, both believe in the attitude of constitutional setup, both believe in the attitudes which both are similar to each other. So when it comes to meaningful choice, we don't have any contrary parties here, which we get the choice of conservatives to liberals or liberals to the conservatives. Both are doing the same philosophy. Ultimately, even if the voter do not want to vote for either this, he is forced to vote for this. So in this way, they are not providing any meaningful choice to the real voters. So these are the four major challenges which are being a serious discussion of the modern time. And now, when we talk about how can the parties be reformed, how can the parties be reformed, how to reform the political parties, how the parties to be reformed. When I ask this question, how the parties to be reformed, I am asking the clarity here on which point can we make the parties better than the existing form. One common thing what we observe is the MLAs and MPs do defection. When I talk about the word defection, defection means changing from one party to the other party. For example, I got elected to a Congress party, but after I saw the results, when the BJP has turned out to a major political party, I would like to go and join to the BJP party because I may expect some kind of extra benefits from that party because it is in the ruling zone. So I can get more power or more privileges. I may get a ministry or I may get some cash prize or any such kind of events would motivate me to leave my existing seat and go towards that set. So the Supreme Court has passed certain rules and regulations which clearly states that if you are changing your party, once if you are elected, you are going to lose your MLA or the MP seat. So you become a normal person, then you can go there. So this is very clear. So automatically it becomes to be understanding that we need to have clarity on which party you have, what ideologies you belong to. You can't jump the political parties as if you want and according to a situation which you feel it is inappropriate. It is not always right to have a jump attitude because you are representing a group of people. The next major benefit what they want is, the second step was affidavit. The election polling candidates or the person who is contesting in the elections must and surely put affidavit of whatever the money that he has spent, so that there would be a limit of that and that limit should not be crossed. In case if it is proven that the limit has been crossed, he would be penalized or he would be removed or his election would be proved as nulled. So in this way they brought certain restrictions on the money to be spent, because in India we have most of the people getting bribed, especially when they come to right to vote. When it talks to the village backdrop people are being paid money to vote for them. They do not understand the parties, they do not understand the politics, but they understand only the currency notes. So that is also one thing which has to be addressed seriously. So the affidavit issue has somehow brought a check on the money that is spent by the members participating in the elections. And then income tax returns. Income tax returns is must and mandatory for all the MLAs and the MPs because they are the true representatives of the people in a democratic structure. So when it comes to income tax returns, everybody has to file everything, whatever they have, their families have, whatever they hold, whatever they do not hold. So these all things a clear picture of what are the assets, what are the properties that are maintained by that particular member of the parliament or member of the legislative assembly or the representative of the people. And the other major thing what is, all political parties should maintain registers. Most of the political parties do not maintain the registers of their candidates, their voting donations, whatever they get. So it is mandatory for all the political parties to maintain the registers of the donations, what they take and what they need. If they are not maintaining any register, it has to be questioned, and this has to be also be made perfectly authorized, and they should pay or they should have that legible authority for the courts to check the registers. And we also have one more recommendations, that is 1/3 of the seats to women. it should be made as mandatory. So 1/3 of the seats by all the political parties, it should be made as a mandatory to give the number of seats for them. So when we ask these kind of things, the most of the things what we are expecting, like the affidavits, the income tax returns, the political parties having the registers, or the mandatory of the women seats, most of the issues are not accepted by political parties. Political parties even do not want to join in the list of the RTI Information Act. So in this way, the political parties are the private organizations until and unless they come into the power. So when they are as a private organizations do have their own constitution, their own set of rules and regulations. They follow them clearly. Until and unless they are not coming into power, they do not act as if they are responsible constitutional bodies. So the major question is, the political parties have to restructure themselves and reframe themselves and modify the existing negativities or the issues which has to be addressed seriously. So when we talk about the political parties, the major challenges for the political parties are the lack of internal democracy, succession of the dynastic rule has to be stopped, and money and the muscle power is to be stopped clearly, and there is no meaningful choice or no meaningful alternative which is provided to the voters in a larger scale. And when we talk about the reframing or restructuring of the political parties, it has to be MLAs and MPs has to stick up to their political parties from which party they have been elected, and they should file the affidavits compulsory and mandatorily after the elections. They should submit the income tax returns regularly. All parties should pay the income tax and also have a register on the acknowledgement of their members, their donors, and every donation whatever they get, and they should legally pay the tax for whatever donations they receive. And 1/3 of the seats mandatorily to be given to the women. These are some of the requests which are kept, but it is on the choice of the political parties whether they want to accept it or not. Political parties are truly having their own right whether they would like to accept it or not, because it is not under coming the constitutional provisions. Yes, it comes under the constitution, but they are still private bodies. They do not fall under the category of the RTI Act also. But still, we have many challenges for the political parties yet. So in this unit, we have understood what is a political party, what is the basic definition of the political party, how can we say a party to be a political party, what are the basic components of a political party, what are the different types or the different works, functions done by a political party. In detail, we have discussed them, and then we have moved on to the different national political parties, the state political parties, and then the challenges of the political parties, and finally to conclude, what are some of the suggestions which are given by the experts in order to reframe the existing political parties on a larger scale for the benefit of the community or the society.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.